Hello, and welcome back to Modded Inc. It is episode 8, and well, of course, we all know that since I made the mob spawner, well, that's what I've been doing. So, this is time for the in between episodes segment, but we kind of know what I've been up to. I mean, I made a mob spawner with what zombified piglins and wither skeletons and whatnot. Yeah, I think it's kind of obvious what I've been up to. But before that, before I show those things, let me show these things. We have a brand new mimic spawn egg, and that came from killing a mimic, which dropped this something called a universal attractor. Now it attracts nearby items, which kind of, I think, is another type of magnet, if you will. Again, it's a belt related thing, so it's more like, okay, well, obviously it's not gonna happen because on the belt we already have the, crystal heart, so it's like, yeah, whatever, not gonna use that. What I think if what oh, okay, it hit me so that my hearts got removed. But if I put this here, right, let's see, and throw this here, I guess it does work, but I don't know. Nah, it's not even that good. Like, it's not even satisfying like the way the magnets are, so that's not gonna be used. But another one which is gonna be used is my other hand, which has the golden hook, which increases the experience dropped by creatures. So basically every time I kill a mob, I get even more experience than what I would have gotten before. So literally at this point, my one hand is a hook, and the other one has some kind of a weird glove on it, like power glove, if you will. So yes, lovely. I also got a spider spawn egg, like whatever. Like all of these things are much better that I don't even bother. Like, oh yeah, cool, sure, we got a spider spawn egg. But back to this. Well, look at that. That is the amount of zombified piglins that I have killed. We've got more than a stack of gold, by the way. All of these golden items and all the rotten flesh in the world. That's from the skeletons. Look at the number of bones. Excellent. And then we have the wither skeletons. We got 5 skeleton skulls. We also got a jukebox upgrade, by the way, which had pig step. And that... look at that. Da, 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 da. That's my favorite music disc, by the way. In case I hadn't said. Love this shit. Yes, that is a portable jukebox, and by the way, we have one of the best tastes, and by one of the best, I mean the absolute best music disc, which is amazing. Also, oh wait, what? Literally every single one of these has it? Oh, this one had chirp, I didn't even check this. What? Well, that stopped playing. Is it broken or something? Is the music disc broken somehow? Let me check it in this one, I guess. But where did it go? Oh, right. Let's try this one. Oh, but I don't see the music animation coming through. Although it holds the backpack in a very interesting way. That is very weird, not gonna lie. But yes, that is the portable jukebox, and that is chirp. But yes, ancient debris. Our very first ancient debris came from a backpack from a wither skeleton or something, if I'm not mistaken. One of them, but no, this is I think this is a zombified piglin backpack. So yes, a zombified piglin got me my first the first ancient debris. So that is lovely. Aha, so now that we are done with all that, I think it's time to begin today's episode. And today is gonna be, oh boy, it's gonna be a fun one. Because today we are diving into probably one of the biggest and best mods out there. That's right, we are starting with the create mod. It is about time. It has been time coming for a while now. It's been what, 7? Today's the 8th episode, and I'm still not doing anything about create. No, 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 no. That changes today. Today we get into create. Now, if you see there, I've kind of cleared up a space as well, because that is where I'll be setting up all of my create related stuff. Now let me, since we travel in like, instantaneous teleportation way, let me go and place down a waystone over there, which shall officially mark the beginning. Okay. I know I said it before as well, and I keep interrupting, but oh my god, this is amazing. Like, I don't even put mending on it, because instead of just, getting this XP fully filled up again, I would rather just get a new axe and enchant it. Like, that's easier for me to do. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, I don't care about that. I would rather just do this. Now, let me put this right here, and what are we gonna call it? The create factory, if you will. Yes, that's what we are gonna call it. Now, everything about the create starts with a very simple and humble shaft. This is basically it. And I love one of the things which create has, which is if I hold W to ponder, it gives this tiny animation thingy which kind of explains what it is. Like, these are kinetic blocks and they relay the rotational forces using shafts and stuff. Amazing. This is such a lovely nifty system. So it starts with the shafts and then moves on to the cogwheels. So in order to make a shaft, we need andesite alloys, and in order to make andesite alloys, we can either use the nuggets and andesite or the zinc and andesite. Now, because we literally have a factory of iron, look at that thing producing iron like nobody's business over there. Yeah, I think we're gonna be using the iron nuggets a lot. And here is the andesite, so let us begin by making few alloys. Look at that, advancement made sturdier rocks. If we check out the advancement system for create, that is literally the first one. Obtain some andesite alloys, creates most important resource. That is true. Everything revolves around these andesite alloy thingies. So yes, that is the first thing. And then we have to make a shaft. So let's make a few shafts. And then we get onto the cogwheel. So let's make a few cogwheels. Actually, let's make all 8 of them. If we can. I think we can make... Oh, wow, you don't even need to. Okay. That is 6 cogwheels. Now, do you want to make a larger one? In that case, we can do that as well, turns out. So let me do that instead. The larger ones are actually a bit better. And well, as the name suggests, they are larger. So let's make 3 of these, if you will. Voila. And basically it is all about the rotational forces, if you will. And create is amazing. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm genuinely excited. Create is one of the best mods out there. Like, it allows you to do things which is like just insane. Most of the things, it's great. But anyway, now the reason why we are starting with create is, look at these ores. Now we could just smelt out these ores, right? But that wouldn't be as much fun. Like, what's the point of playing modded Minecraft if we're gonna just use the stupid smelters and do all these things, right? So instead, we're gonna start by doing something else. The next thing that we want to make is a gearbox. Gearboxes are very, very important. Now, I don't have enough cogwheels as it turns out, so let me make a few cogwheels first. 2, and do I not have more? But that's fine. But for that, we require the andesite casing. Now, the andesite casing can basically be made by putting any kind of a log and adding an alloy onto it. So we have alloys, we have logs, we put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then all we do is right click on them, but for some reason I can't. What in the world? Am I doing it wrong? Did I forget how to make that? Yeah, you can manually... Oh, it has to be stripped. Interesting. Well, I didn't know that. And then... Ah, okay. We are now in the andesite ages. I did not know it had to be stripped. My bad. So these boxes are very, very important. And now, as we were checking out a gearbox, let me put in these cogwheels and make ourselves a little gearbox. But the next thing which we need to do everything else is a water wheel. So let me, in very easy way, make myself a water wheel. Now what is a water wheel? Well, as the name suggests, it is a wheel which turns with water. So if I would do a quick demonstration here, let me put down a wheel and then we place a water here, and voila! Harnessed hydraulics, the water has started moving. This is basically the most basic thing I can do in Create. So now a lot of items in Create, if you will see, require these things, the sheets. Most of them require sheets, most of the recipes, if you will. Now how do we make that? Well, we use a mechanical press, and in order to get the mechanical press I'll have to make a shaft as well. So let me do that. Voila. And what else is... we need a block of iron. That's also cool. So let me put 1, 2 and 3. While there we go, we now have a mechanical press, which is one of the basicest items, if you will. Now we cannot just press anything. There is a specific way in which you have to do that. So let's place this here. If we remove this, and now we need to have this thing turn. Now we could do it with the whole water thingy that we did, or because it's like a tiny thing, we can just make a hand crank actually. Like we just need 3 of these. So let me do this. Oops. And what was the other thing? Right, alloy. This is a hand crank. When I place this here and I right click it, it starts moving the thing. Now it's not really doing anything because we don't have anything right now which needs to be pressed. Say I want to press a few metal sheets. So I throw them here and I start doing this. And voila! Bonk indeed! It has pressed metal sheets. Look at that. That is amazing, isn't it? Oddly satisfying, not gonna lie as well. So yes, that was the mechanical press and the hand crank as well. Lovely items. Now this is gonna get out of hand very, very quickly. Out of hand. Aha. Well, look at that. How do I look, eh? Like an engineer, do I? Because these are the engineer's goggles. These are incredibly important for Create mod, because basically this will give us a lot of information about how much, how stress is being produced and how much kinetic energy we need, and etc, etc. So yes, it is kind of a must when you're using Create mod, which of course comes at the cost of me not being able to wear my night vision goggles, but that's fine. Off we go to the Create factory. Now the very middle of this, the very heart and soul of everything, is basically our water wheel. Now you saw already that the water wheel was great when it was working in that specific way, but there is also a different way in which we can make that work. So let me show that. Let's say we place the water wheel over here. Now basically if I leave one block here, then I go up here, right, and we add a bit of water here. Voila! How about that? We don't even need this one, and we don't need these things. Look at that. We have 256 stress unit water wheel working currently. Now I cannot remove the other 3 glasses obviously, because that's what's holding the water in place. But yes, this thing is excellent. This thing can run a lot of items. Let me show you. We add in a shaft over here, and then let's say we put up our mechanical press. Why not, right? Look at that. The mechanical press should technically work now on its own. We don't need to make anything else. We put this here and there you go. It's working at a 64 stress unit capacity. And now we don't need to sit around manually cranking that stupid thing. We can have a higher stress unit generator over here, which would basically make this process incredibly fast as well. Almost as if I was doing it with my crank thingy, you know? So yes, this has been excellent. Look at that. Now we don't need to sit and crank stuff. So that is just the one example of what and how good this generator is. This is a fan. That's right. This is a fan. Look at that. It's an encased fan with a propeller inside. When this starts moving, it basically throws wind. Well, throws wind? No, it blows wind actually, which is important. Now, you would think, why do I want a fan? That makes no sense. Well, believe me, it does. Now, if I place this here, look at that. We have wind getting sucked in for some reason instead of blowing, because it's in the opposite way. Now, if I make it this side, there you go. Look at me, standing here and the wind is literally throwing me away. Now, while this is funny, of course, this actually has a very important practical usage, if you will. Now, let me encase this over here, right? Maybe one out here. Perfect. And just to seal it off, because why not, let me do this. This is producing wind, and inside of it we put lava, for which I will have to place, let's see, what can we do? We can place, why do I not have a crafting bench on me? Which is weird. Let's just make ourselves a crafting bench here first and put it right here. With that, because we are fancy, we'll make a heavy weighted pressure plate. Just because we're fancy. And put it down here. Now, this is incredibly hot air. Well, what will I do with hot air? Let me show you. That is 55 raw iron, which I put it in here. Now look at this. Processing by particle. That's right. This, my dear friends, is a smelter. Oh yeah. And just to make sure that I don't fall into that. Although, by the way, if I fall into this hot air, I will start burning. So that will not be fun. So let me take that away. But yes, that is me smelting stuff by using create mod. That's right. That was a smelter. No need of coal, no need of nothing. This is what smelts shit. And it's infinite. Obviously, the lava doesn't get used up at any point. No, it's infinite. So yes, that is why we wanted to make this, and now we can literally get all of our smelting done very, very easily and efficiently. How about that? We are truly into the create age for sure. Well, that is gonna be it for today's episode. I hope you did have fun and you did like the episode, and boy, oh boy, I actually cannot wait to get into more of the create stuff, but it's gonna have to wait until the next episode. So I shall see you in the next one then. Bye bye. Do like, share, subscribe, comment, etc. All of those things which you all know. Now then, goodbye.